I wear sunglasses when I'm doing these things. It's only because of the light, I like to stay in my own zone, so I'm not like in your face like that. I like to be intrinsic, right? So that when I say something, we both focus on what I'm talking about as opposed to the details. I rather you swim in the facts and bask in the sunlight of the text as opposed to being concerned about things that are not essential to you or required or effectively useful, right? Sometimes you could listen to an artist and worry about their looks, but what really matters is the content of the music. Like when you listen to Donny Hathaway or even Miles Davis. Miles Davis would play his music back in the crowd so that they can just listen to the music and not watch him as you're a Ferrari and the horn section. Like he would play down all the superficial things and focus on just the facts, right? So in that same vein, I prefer to just stay inside as opposed to putting myself completely out there, right? So, but anyway, so that you kind of keep something back and reserve some things for yourself, or for those moments when you actually meet someone in person and explain things to them, right? Now, what I want to talk about today is the fact that there are many things that women think about that men don't think about. There are many things that the women consider important, but to men it's nothing. We don't think about those things, right? The most important thing about a person, any person you meet, is their energy. Their energy is the one thing you cannot duplicate. It's the one thing you cannot, be complicated about, right? It's the one thing that never lies. It's the first thing you see. It's the first thing you feel. It's the first thing you encounter when you meet a person for the first time. That energy they have, is it good or bad? It's really that simple. Is it good energy or bad energy? And when you meet people with bad energy, they're repulsive. When you meet people with good energy, you're attracted to them instantly without knowing why, right? And a lot of that has to do with chemicals and chemistry and mood and just aura, right? Instead of us trying to break it down to science, let's talk about why it's important that your energy is right. The people that I meet on a daily basis, the people that are around me all the time, the people that I associate with on a weekly basis. Some people I meet them every year. And everyone that I've come to meet, whether I understand them or not, they'll have a certain level of energy that's either good for me or bad for me. When they have good energy, I keep them around. I need that good energy. It's intoxicating. And when someone has bad energy, I avoid it because it's not productive. So for men, when men look at women, the very first thing we notice is the energy. From the energy, we move to the physical form of the person. That physical form, right, is key because there are different types of body types. There's so many types of women shapes. In England, they'll say she's pear-shaped, and everybody has a specific shape. And every man has a preference. This goes for women too. Some women like their men tall and handsome and dark and this and that, 6 foot or more. They won't touch 5'7", they won't touch 5'6". The different one won't touch 5 feet. So, you have this physical form. And because of Instagram and social media and all these things that we're bombarded with, people feel like they need to be extremely sexy or extremely curvy or just completely buttoxed out, like people feel like they need to just take a shower, man. Men are not that complicated. Just take a shower, use some good old Vaseline or some virgin oil, whatever it is, the most simplest of all. It's just using your body, let your body shine, that's all. Cut your nails, shave where you need to shave, leave hair where you need to leave the hair. Right, men are just primitive, they're very basic. They don't need the fake nails, the fake hair, the fake eyes, the fake lashes, the fake lips. When is it gonna stop? Right? We're not really interested in those things. Now it's good to look at, but you don't want to bring it home. It's good to look at, but you don't want to put a ring on it. It's good to look at, but it's not sustainable. It's not something you can sustain over time, right? I was in the bank today and earlier today, and I saw this really old lady. She must have been about 65, 70, and well in shape, hair brushed back, tight ponytail. She's somebody's grandma, but she looked very presentable, very shapely, very polite, smiling, very human, just naturally beautiful. And you don't get that much, you don't see that as much with our generation, right? We don't have to be, my point is this. For men to notice you, half the things in your body gotta go. We don't need that. It's not a full stack then. It's I was talking to theater director and I'm working on a show right now, so you all know I'll keep talking about it. And I said to him, I have 2 hours to produce a stage spectacular. I need to create something that would be poignant, zeitgeist of our times, just intimate, at the same time, heartfelt. And he said to me, Frank, I know you want to spend 2 hours and give us this beautiful thing, but less is more. So don't focus too much on giving us 6 different items or acts in that 2 hour period. Focus on giving us the best 3 that you have for an hour. It's better for you to give me a show that lasts an hour and it's spectacular, mind-blowing, crazy, very moody, dope, extremely inspiring than to give me 2 hours that has some air in it. So for a woman, just a good shower is good. It's one big point. It's like 50% of the job. It's a good shower. Because any form of smell throws off the whole game, no matter how cute you are. So that number 1 is water and soap. That's 50% of the game. 40% goes to just your flair, your attitude, your smile, the joy that you create in the space that you walk into. That is 40% of the job. We have 90%. The other 10% just has to do with being polite, being a lady, being, simply beautiful, not extremely beautiful, just presentable. And that works the magic, because now we have an empty canvas we can paint on. Now we have something we can work with. It's when we get to this point that I can really say, okay, now let's explore and unpack this person, and vice versa. Right? You wanna do that, and that's really what it is. And this has to do with the initial encounter between a man in a woman and how a man sees it and what women need to worry less about. Okay. You know me, I like to keep it on 10 minutes. I like to keep it fresh under 10 minutes. Catch you in the next one.